KOH PHI PHI. Wow, this has some of the most incredible day trips that you'll ever experience in your entire life. Maya Bay, Philae Lagoon, the incredible viewpoints, some amazing sunsets, and also a great food scene. But most of all, for you young'uns out there, you're gonna love the nightlife. The buckets, the parties, it's got everything you need. KOH PHI PHI is a must visit when you're visiting Thailand. And in this video, I'm gonna be giving you some of my top 8 things to do and travel tips that you need to be aware of when planning your trip to KOH PHI PHI. So stick around and let's get into it. Travel tip number 1, when you visit KOH PHI PHI, you have to book a day trip to Maya Bay and Philae Lagoon. Wow, this is the most incredible beach I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Hands down. And honestly, the full experience that you're gonna get when you book this tour is amazing. Use the link in my video description below to use the one that we did. We booked a private Longtail, which was absolutely amazing. We avoided the crowds because we went first thing in the morning. And I'd probably suggest that if you're gonna do this tour, do that. Go first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
There are options for 6:30 a.m. starts. And actually, I can understand why. You're gonna avoid all the crowds. You're gonna get the full experience of Maya Bay without anybody else. And it is phenomenal. So honestly, my suggestion when you go to Maya Bay is rather than just taking all the photos in one go, which you're gonna be so inclined to doing, just put your phone down, put a towel down and just relax. Take it all in. Get the experience of a lifetime where you're just looking at the most incredible beach.
Especially before all the people start arriving. I think it's nice just to take like 10 minutes because when they do arrive, they come in thick and fast.
They really do.
I think we were there for maybe 15 minutes and then turned around and it was just mobbed.
And we booked the 8:30 a.m. set off, so bear that in mind. If you're leaving it around 8:30, you're probably only going to get about 20 minutes before all the big speedboats pile on. But definitely take a trip over from KOH PHI PHI Island. Do that little morning, afternoon trip even over to the Maya Bay. Now on this trip, you're not just gonna go to Maya Bay, you're also going to visit the Philae Lagoon, which is that famous lagoon with emerald waters where you can sit on the end of the Longtail, get all the most amazing photos that you can post and make everyone else jealous about.
I was gonna say, that's like where having a private boat comes into its own because you can really stop and get all those photos.
Exactly.
You can really do that if there's so many people trying to do it on your boat.
And we saw a lot of other speedboats that were offering, you know, lots of tours for people, but unfortunately, yes, you're cutting on the cost, but you're also cutting on the experience.
Yeah, it's worth paying that little bit extra.
So it is something to consider. I'd suggest taking a private Longtail. And also then you're gonna make your way over to the cave, see the cave. I wasn't too fussed about that. But then you're gonna do some snorkeling. Snorkeling was amazing. I saw a black tip shark, which was amazing.
And you shouted, oh, shark!
I said baby shark. She thought I said baby. It's a baby. It's a baby shark. But actually, I was saying baby shark. Unbelievable. I've never seen one up close and personal, and it was honestly an amazing experience. The fact that I got to see a shark there.
I think you're the only person would swim after it.
I actually chased it.
Yeah, I swam away. Yeah, like any other normal person
would. And then after that, you're going to take a trip over to Monkey Bay. So, you know, this trip has it all. It has the most amazing beach, Maya Bay. You're going to visit the Philae Lagoon. You're going to see the cave. You're going to do some snorkeling, and then you're going to visit the Monkey Bay. Yeah. So you're gonna get the full Thailand experience by visiting KOH PHI PHI and booking this tour. Make sure you use the link in my video description. You're gonna have so much fun.
Unbelievable day.
Yeah, it was
unbelievable.
Travel tip number 2, spend an afternoon doing the viewpoints.
Yeah.
And enjoy a sunset from them. There is 1, 2, and 3. My favorite was viewpoint number 2.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. There's great big rocks to sit on to admire it. a beautiful little wooden section to just take your photos and admire the views of the two beaches, Loh Dalum Beach and the other beach, the East Beach. And honestly, it is just spectacular up there. Viewpoint number 1 is a bit of an odd place, like as in the choice of...
It's a bit Gulliver's World.
Yeah, it's like a
children's thing.
Playground almost. But it was built to remember the people that died in the tsunami, in fact. That is viewpoint number 1, but as I say, there's viewpoint number 2. Viewpoint number 3 is pretty cool to see. You get a different perspective. But one thing to be aware of is...
God. You get eaten
alive
by mosquitoes.
So if you're going to go from viewpoint 2 to 3, make sure as you're walking through that forest, you are heavily applied with DEET.
Oh yeah.
With mosquito repellent.
Oh yeah.
And avoid getting eaten alive. But absolutely stay for the sunset. There's a great cafe at viewpoint number 2 with a rooftop on it. We got some fries, we got some wine, had a beer, had a great afternoon, evening there. So
really
definitely make sure if you are there for an evening, stick around, enjoy a drink at that cafe, take the views in.
Yeah.
At viewpoint number 2, you'll have an amazing time.
But also, you can't see a thing when you're leaving to walk back down. You need your light on your phone.
Make sure you have charge and battery after taking all those videos of the sunsets, but make sure you use your phone to get down because it is quite difficult to see.
It's pretty dark.
Pretty dark.
Pretty dark.
Travel tip number 2. Travel tip number 3, it is go to Koh Dalum Beach. In Koh Phi Phi on the island, there's actually 2 beaches that you're actually going to see. One side is where all the ferries come and dock into and leave from, so you're not really going to be staying there and enjoying an afternoon on that beach. But the other side is Koh Dalum Beach, and it is actually really beautiful.
Yeah, we had a really nice time.
Oh, we really did. There's some great water sports, paddle boards to hire, canoes to hire, but the highlight for me was enjoying a sunset on Koh Dalum Beach.
Yeah, I think we got there just in time for happy hour. So we managed to squeeze in a few cocktails. It was really
totally.
nice.
There's going to be a load of different hotels that you can just sit out and use their chairs, order some cocktails, order a beer, just enjoy a sunset from Koh Dalum Beach. That is a definite thing. Just enjoy a day at Koh Dalum Beach. It's great fun there. So that's my travel tip number 3. Koh Dalum Beach, enjoy a sunset, do some of the water sports activities, and go and enjoy a beautiful sunset with some drinks. Travel tip number 4, enjoy the food scene in Koh Phi Phi.
Yeah, this surprised me.
Because it's not the most Thai place out of all of Thailand, it's probably one of the least Thai places. It's made for, the youngsters. It's been really commercialized. Like there's a McDonald's there, there's a Burger King, there's all of the Western shops, 7-Elevens of course. But the food scene's fantastic. We found an Australian cafe on the main street and we went there 2-3 times.
We didn't do it in the evening, we just did like breakfast and
stuff.
stuff.
We did.
But the menu was really big.
Huge menu.
Covers everything, and everything we had was amazing.
So good, the pastries, but I've got to say, in my opinion, one of the best coffees I've ever had in my entire life. So make sure you check out that Australian cafe and then one of the many restaurants. There's so many really highly ranked restaurants there. We went twice to a restaurant called Aqua. Phenomenal food.
Oh,
absolutely phenomenal. The food, the Thai
drinks,
cooking, the drinks, everything. The experience in there was amazing. I love the fact being in Thailand, you get a lot of the authentic Thai kind of really rundown style restaurant, which just makes you feel like you're in Thailand, which is great. But this felt like I was in like anywhere in the world. I could have been anywhere. It was
we could have been in Mykonos.
We could have been in Mykonos. It was a really nicely done restaurant, really well furnished, painted nice and white. It was really great
Always
inside.
busy though, I'd say book.
Yeah, but do go. You'll have an amazing experience
Stunning
at
food.
Aqua Restaurant. It is top-notch food and definitely somewhere you should check out. Next up, travel tip number 5. Now, this isn't gonna be for everyone. It is enjoying the nightlife. Now, for most of you out there, if you're visiting Koh Phi Phi, chances are you're going mainly for Maya Bay and the Philae Lagoon. That is absolutely incredible. But of course, if you're a youngster and you wanna go and do the whole backpacking thing and go out, get drunk and have fun, there's no better place to do it than Koh Phi Phi. Honestly, you're gonna find so many options of places to get bargain buckets. I'm talking like a bucket with like some booze in there and some soft drinks. You buy them off a stall, you fall from one bar into the next. There's a boxing ring going on as well.
It was chaotic a little bit, wasn't it?
Absolutely chaotic. Loads of Westerners. Like, it was quite difficult to see a Thai person around.
We didn't really feel like we were really in Thailand. We could have pretty much been anywhere.
It felt like Kavos. That was Magaluf weekend.
But anyone we did see when we were walking home seemed to be having an awful lot of fun. So if you're into that,
yeah, it was. If you're young, you're gonna have an amazing time, and you want the nightlife, you're gonna have an amazing time.
Yeah.
If you're on the older side, more mature side, and you're not necessarily up for that, just be aware of that. But all in, nightlife, Koh Phi Phi is your place. Next up, travel tip number 6. It is take a day trip over to Hong Island. Guys, absolutely beautiful place. After doing Maya Bay, honestly, Philae Lagoon, definitely check out Hong Island as well. It is another absolutely stunning, stunning place. I'm gonna link a few tours in my video description for places that you can book with, some options over to Hong Island, but wow, that beach is phenomenal. It offers a unique experience that Maya Bay doesn't, which is the fact that you can swim in there. I would honestly suggest on the Hong Island tour, if you book it as a private one, try and spend an extended period on the beach. Yeah. Go first thing in the morning though, enjoy the beach to yourself because it does get pretty busy. There's a beautiful swing there so you can get some great photos, and also the viewpoint. Make sure you make your way up to the viewpoint. It only takes about 15 minutes, and I did it in Birkenstock, so it's not that bad. There are steps, so it is a really well organized trail to the top, but the views are absolutely spectacular at the top of Hong Island, so make sure you do that. And also on this tour, they'll take you round to the lagoon where you'll see the emerald pools. They are stunning. If you're in a Longtail boat, you'll have an amazing opportunity to take some great photos. I think as well, you can actually jump in and go for a swim in there, which is really, really nice. But absolutely check out Hong Island as one of your day excursions from Koh Phi Phi. Travel tip number 7, it is doing a day trip over to the 4 Islands. Now by the 4 Islands, we're talking about Poda Island, we're talking about Chicken Island, which, I mean, I don't necessarily see the huge appeal to Chicken Island. Like, Chicken Island is basically just a rock formation that looks like a chicken. But I think the main reason that you're gonna book the 4 Island tour, or the 7 Island tour for that matter, is for the experience of being on the water. It's being on a boat, it's having the opportunity to go snorkeling, going on the paddle boards, going on the canoes, and going with one of the really well-organized tours that I can recommend in the video description. Definitely, if you're in Koh Phi Phi, check out the 4 or 7 Island tour. It is amazing. The views are amazing. I'd personally suggest that you guys do a sunset tour, just because you're gonna be able to get one of the best sunsets of your life, and you're gonna be experiencing it on the water. Phenomenal experience. Definitely check out the 4 or 7 Island tour. And travel tip number 8 for when you visit Koh Phi Phi. Change your expectations.
Just be aware of what you're walking into.
Yeah. There's a reason why Koh Phi Phi gets its name. It smells of pee-pee everywhere. As you walk onto Koh Phi Phi, the main road that you walk down, you can actually see the slits in the road, and that, I believe, is where the sewage comes from, because all it smells of all the time when you're walking down the street is poo. It smells of urine. It's not pleasant. And it's a shame because Koh Phi Phi is absolutely stunning. Like, it has some amazing experiences like some of the ones that we've listed in this video. But unfortunately,
behind the beaches, it's very much little pathways that are just busy, chaos, smelly.
Quite Western, McDonald's, fast food chains, smelly sewage on the floor. It's not authentic Thai. You're not going to Koh Phi Phi and seeing any temples.
Nothing like the other places we went. It surprised me.
This is a place that is really catered for tourists. If you're young, if you're 18, this is the place that you want to be going. If you want to see the most incredible beach, Maya Bay, this is why you've got to stay there. But my top tip for visiting Koh Phi Phi is just spend 2 nights there.
Yeah.
You can do everything that you want to do in just 2 nights, and 3 days, even 2 days. but just be aware to change your expectations. But still, nonetheless, it is an absolutely incredible place, and probably one of my fondest memories of being in Thailand was the fact that we were in Koh Phi Phi and seeing the views from the Viewpoints, sunset at viewpoint number 2.
It didn't ruin the experience.
It definitely didn't ruin the experience. It just offered something a bit more novel, a bit something unique.
It was just unexpected.
It was unexpected, considering that in Thailand you're getting such an authentic experience. Then you kind of get a bit of a reality check.
Crash back down to earth.
Exactly. And that is Koh Phi Phi. So guys, that is my top 8 travel tips, things to do whilst you are in Koh Phi Phi. If you want to have the ultimate experience in Koh Phi Phi, go and check out those tours that are linked in the video description below. I can highly recommend them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video as well. If you have gained some value from it, give the video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing. If I missed out any tips as well that you think to suggest, leave them in the comment section down below. And also check out these other videos on my page right here, and also this playlist covering all the essentials that we did in Koh Phi Phi. But as always, I'm gonna wrap this one up here, and I'll see you
in the next one.